All right, we're in round 2. We're on the draw. I'm going to keep this hand. And once again, remember to play plains first. All right, red, black. All right. Got the aggro plan, and we got a slow hand, unfortunately. All right, well, Bonded Construct looks good here. Not amazing, but fine. And we are going to offer the trade with the bully. And that way, we can blow up the bully with... makes it a bit more challenging. I guess we block a token and blow up the bully. I don't love it, but it seems correct. Opponent still has a lot of cards here, unfortunately, too. So we only take one, and at least we finally get to start making some plays here. So next time we get Heart of Beast, and we get to find Knightly Valor. That's pretty good, actually. Gearcrafter's not bad either, but I think it's time for Heart of Beast. Basically just gotta build this board through some value here if possible. Alright, got our own Gearcrafter, so it's not the worst. I think we just Knightly Valor now. What's Knightly Valor the... It's actually a good question. Tactician? He could double block pretty well. I guess if we do on the Heart of Beast, though. And he has a removal spell. Well, we'd still have 2 blockers. I think we do it on the Heart of Beast. Oh, he could be leaving up Touch of Moonglove. It's not a highly playable card, but it's much more playable when you got multiple dragon fodders. I don't mind doing Gearcrafter here. Kind of goes tit for tat on his board. Plus I can play Anointer. Let's play Gearcrafter. Plus Anointer. I kind of like matching his board state. If I play a Knightly Valor into a Touch of Moonglove, I don't think that's all that good. He knows we have the Knightly Valor, but I don't know. I feel like we're kind of matching his board state. Alright, he gets my Thopter. It's pretty good for him. Leaves up 2 lands. I guess we Valor now. Oh, it's got an Imp too, huh? Well, that's actually okay. Guess we Valor Totem. He's only got 1 card left. Let's Valor the Totem Guide. Swing with it. We have Anointer too. Could swing with the Brute as well. We have 3 blockers. But I guess we'd only have... No, we'd have 4 blockers. Well, 3 blockers because Heart of Beast, Gearcrafter, Knight. If I swing with Tactician, what does he block with? I think we do swing with Tactician. Alright. Well, this is still actually pretty good for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trying to think if I want to take out more tokens. I think taking out the 2/2's right. Worked fairly well for us, I guess. Like 2 for 3'd. Not even. It's more like 1 card. I mean, we have more cards left in our hand. We have a pretty good board state. I think we take the Brute if he would have attacked with it. Kind of glad he didn't, but... Bully. Go Bully plus Scout. I think we go Scout. Gearcrafter. Swing. It's pretty good for us. And then we'll go Bully. I mean, we've got a pretty highly developed board state here. Unfortunately, Seismic Elemental's not as good, but still swinging for the fences, which is pretty surprising. Has he got Eye Blight Massacre, maybe? Languish. All right. Can't do much about that. No cards left in my opponent's hand. We got 2 removal spells. It's not bad. I'm going to keep the planes in hand. I don't know why exactly. I guess I do need legitimately 6 mana to play Sentinel, but whatever. Alright, well, we got him next turn. Could just Lightning Javelin him to scry now, but let's not do that. All right. Put a card on the bottom. So I think we got him next turn with Titan Strength and Lightning Javelin. Leave that on top. All right. So, black-red, Omega aggro. Got a sideboard plan for that, I think, right? On the draw, we can cut. I definitely don't like Construct very much against... I think we probably cut Construct for Ox. War Orc, all our late game except maybe Tactician is pretty important. We could cut a Tactician for another Ox. I really don't like Ox all that much. Did he show us any enchantments? for Enlightened Ascetic? I don't think so. I think I'm okay with lowering the curve of our deck a little bit and bringing a couple Ox. I don't really like Ox, but this seems like a match. Well, see, the problem with Ox is it doesn't block Dragon Fodder very well, but neither does Bonded Construct. And I don't really like Bully having to attack in either. Let's cut Bully for Construct. This is a little bit awkward, but on the draw against Omega aggro, Ox can at least block. They don't block. I mean, they block okay. They're not very good though. The question is, would I rather just play something that had to attack? Not especially. I just don't quite have enough early game. I think I'm just going to bring one Ox in. I can't justify two Ox I don't think it's that great. But one Ox I think I'm okay with for the Bully. I'd rather have something that could defend than something that has to attack, I guess. The only reason I wanted to cut Tactician is because it's clunky, but I still think it blocks and attacks pretty well in this match. Okay. I guess we keep this. On the draw, we have a 2-drop. I think that's going to work. The Cleric is pretty nice if we can draw white. Okay. Suppose opponent's digging for his red. Hasn't found it though, but we haven't found our white yet either, so looks like it's battle of who can find the other colored mana. Ooh, I think Celestial Flare might have been the worst draw we could have asked for. I would have even taken another mountain over it at this point. Yeah. Looks like he wins that battle. Yep. I mean, good news is we're just a white mana away from having a sweet hand. Bad news is we just drew another double white spell, so looks like this is not going our way, sadly. Guess we trade off a scout for a goblin. If we're allowed. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, we were going to make the trade anyway, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. But we're in pretty horrific shape now. I think even if we draw a white, we're not out of it, but we're in bad shape. I mean, we actually have to discard if we don't even draw a land, which is really bad. Yeah, let's just Titan Strength now. See if we can't find a white. That's pretty disappointing. So maybe he's a Steel and Sack deck because he's got the Blazing Hellhound. I don't think we can possibly win this anymore. Yeah, I think it's about time to concede. I think even if I get the white now, which I didn't. All right, well, we're going to definitely have to draw better than that in Game 3 to win. So really hoping we can see both our colored mana and play some spells against the aggro deck. Otherwise, it's going to be over quick like that. So, it's all we can hope for. Did he play an enchantment that game? No, I just played an Alchemist Vial. All right. I'm fine with where we're at. Maybe I go back into bully mode on the play. Ox really doesn't seem that good against him. It blocks 1 dragon fodder token, so I still take 1. It blocks a bully with no combat tricks. I don't like it. Let's go back to bully and try this again. I guess even Grasp with a Hieromancer is not that great. This hand's not that exciting, but I think we have to keep it. We have both the colored mana. We can at least play a Celestial Flare if he doesn't have a Dragon Fodder. Celestial Flare is really bad, and this is probably the worst Celestial Flare can be. I mean, I pretty much play it on a Goblin token is what it boils down to. At least he didn't have a Dragon Fodder. Well, we're drawing the lands. I guess that's good. I guess I should be happy he doesn't have could play Lieutenant here. Might not get another opportunity to Celestial Flare the Brute if he has Dragon Fodder, but alright, well. Guess we're gonna Celestial Flare next turn. Yeah, I guess I should have just left up Flare. Oh, I see. Alright, I guess we Suppression Bonds the Husk now. Well, he played around Flare, but... Ooh. Alright, we'll do the Heart of Beast now. Gotta get acted here. No, Hunger. Alright. Well, if his last 2 cards have... If he has Active Treason, the last 2 cards are pretty much just dead, but I don't think I can do anything about it. I'm trying to think if there's something I can do here. I can Bonds plus Flare, which is pretty bad. Bonds plus Flare is pretty bad. I think we play around Active Treason, though. As much as I loathe to play around Active Treason. Yeah, so it turns out I should have just Celestial Flared instead of played my Consul's Lieutenant. What can you do? Sometimes you make mistakes. Basically, I'm banking everything on this Sentinel. Alright, well, you see he doesn't have any creatures in his yard yet. I'm thinking if I want to play Grasp on the Goblin and just try and race this. I think I do. I kind of want to get this damage in. If he has removal, we're going to lose this anyway, I feel like, so let's go all out. Get the scry here. Looks like he's digging. Bottom, so didn't find it. Languish does not bring him back in this. Unholy Hunger gains him enough life to survive. Alright, ended up getting the match, so basically just rode this Sentinel, put all of our eggs in one basket, and rode it for about 3 turns to victory, so that was very satisfying. I'm trying to think how different the game would have been if our opponent successfully attacked like they wanted to when he lagged. We would have cast, we left up Celestial Flare, so he would have sacked, I presume he would have sacked the Brute, because I feel as though he had a Steel and Sack deck going, but that might not necessarily be true. He could have just been playing Husk with Dragon Fodders for value, so maybe he would have sacrificed the Husk. Regardless, we would have taken at least 2 to 3 extra damage, and then we would have Suppression Bonded on our next turn. So I don't actually know if the outcome would have been much different, rather than we might have been 2 to 3 damage less at the end. So I'm glad that that panned out for us, and we made it to the finals as well, which is very good. Our opponent's deck was very good though, so I feel very fortunate that we were able to basically stop the onslaught before he could, you know, finish us off. I think if I could go back, I would change the Consul's Lieutenant play with leaving up Celestial Flare. That definitely, in retrospect, is a better play. But thankfully, it didn't punish us too much, so... Okay, we'll see you in the finals.